Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm called the Big Game Hunter because I want to coach you to play your professional and personal game bigger. And this is an aptly named video called How to Fire Someone. If you haven't done it before, you're contemplating it now, you may be going through what I call the mistake I made. In instances where I've had to fire someone, and invariably what happens is, I've spent weeks agonizing over this. The person feels like a part of my team, but they're just not performing, and no amount of support or coaching is helping. I was going to go off on a tangent for a second, but let me just stick to the core. So I invited them into my office. I started to talk about some of the problems again, and they started explaining to me why my information was incorrect, even though I knew I was correct with it. And we start engaging in an argument, and invariably we get to the point where I say, look, here's the fact, and I let them go there. But we've gone through this huge argument that isn't good for either of our blood pressures. And it doesn't help them, it doesn't help me, especially since I've been thinking about this for a long time, and it was a hard decision to make. Here's what I realized I had to do. This is what I'm going to encourage you to do. You invite them into your office, you sit them down, and you start off with these words: we're going to have to let you go. Right up front. This heads off the arguing. They say, but why? You can simply say there have been a couple of things that have come up over the last few months, that have changed our circumstances. Or you can go into, your performance hasn't been to snuff, right? And how so? Remember that meeting we had 2 weeks ago where I told you such and such, and you haven't changed at all? You know what to do from that point on. But you start off with the we're going to have to let you go part of the conversation. And that can be true whether this is a firing for cause or a firing because of economic circumstances. The economic one is easy. We're going to have to let you go. You've probably figured out by now that business isn't great. And then you go from there. And thus the onus is on you and the firm rather than their performance. If it's a performance issue, you have the choice about how to dance there. But at the end of the day, start with the message of we're going to have to let you go. It's going to head off a lot of the arguing. Even if they dispute something in what you've said, it's done. It's over. There's no arguing. You've told them you're going to have to let them go. I'm Jeff Altman. Hope you found this helpful. I want to encourage you. Visit my website, which is nobscoachingadvice.com. There's a lot of information there that's going to help you play bigger. Go for encouragement. Reach out to me as well to schedule time for coaching, because this is only one element. There's also the part that basically says, look, I want to help you succeed. And succeeding, may involve some change in your organization's part and some change on your part. Rather than try and figure it out on your own and get distracted, hire me as a coach so I can support you with your decision and support you on your follow-through. Again, you can find out about it at my website, nobscoachingadvice.com. Hope you have a great day. Take care.